Hey, thank you for joining me today here at Covenant Keepers Ministries. It's Thursday, February the 16th, 2023. And we've been talking about perspective. And perspective ought to have eternity in mind because God's put eternity in our hearts, and it ought to have this enjoy life mentality. And then because of it, the result is satisfaction, and that satisfaction keeps feeding our perspective. And then we told you at the beginning of this week, if you started with us on Monday, that if you have a right perspective and you have satisfaction, the P plus the S equals the good life. So when we gain these two attributes, I believe we'll have the good life. Solomon calls it gladness or joy of heart. Ecclesiastes 5:19 and 20 says this: "As for every man to whom God has given riches and wealth and given him power to eat of it, to receive his heritage, and rejoice in his labor, this is the gift of God. For he will not dwell unduly on the days of his life, because God keeps him busy with the joy of his heart." That's just powerful. God keeps him busy with the joy of his heart. Notice the last verse of 20. Occupied with the gladness of heart is a powerful statement. I want you to have that. God intends for you to have that. And the word here in the King James is answereth. It means to respond to, testify to, announce, actually singing. We are so responding from deep inside of our heart about the labor of life that it makes us glad and excited to know that God would oversee our affairs to such a degree that we might even have this gladness of heart. So I'm going to read these two verses in the Message, which is a paraphrase, so it just puts it in modern vernacular. It's not a direct translation. And I love it sometimes because it just helps us gain another perspective. And here's what it says. "After looking at the way things are on this earth, here's what I've decided is the best way to live. Take care of yourself, have a good time, and make the most of whatever job you have for as long as God gives you life. And that's about it. That's the human lot. Yes, we should make the most of what God gives, both the bounty and the capacity to enjoy it, accepting what's given and delighting in the work. It's God's gift. God deals out joy in the present, the now. It's useless to brood over how long we might live." That's the end of the quote from the Message Bible from Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 19 and 20. Having our heart occupied is a very special thing. It is. And you know, when your heart gets occupied on the wrong thing, it's just devastating. It has whatsoever you sow, that's what you're going to reap, results about it. And we don't enjoy that. So we got to get the Jesus perspective and the thought about our heart. As Jesus said, where your treasure is, there's your heart going to be also. So if we value eternity and we value contentment or satisfaction, we are 2/3 of the way to the good life. And the third step in that process is just keep our heart occupied with those two things. I'm not ignoring the fact that in the greater perspective, the big picture, it's toward God. Our life is given to God. But I'm telling you, as we're walking out, giving our life to God, perspective and satisfaction are huge. As a result of the first two, perspective and contentment, we move into the occupation of our heart that causes us to enjoy the good life that we actually have and not compare it with what everybody else has. And feel that we're at a loss when we compare with some people. I could help you compare it with other people who are way less than you, and you say, whoa, I really have a good life. No, you have a good life because God's in your life, and because you have a right perspective, an eternal perspective, you have an enjoy life perspective, and you're satisfied in the labor that God's given you to do. John 10:10 says, "The thief comes not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy, but I have come that you may have life and have it more abundantly." See, Satan is unable to attract you to sin and move you from the good life when your heart is occupied. I know that in the good life pictured in America, it's pictured in advertisements all the time. And we get the idea that whatever advertisement's there, that's the good life, when in fact it's maybe not the good life for us. So what you see in an advertisement is a trip to an exotic place. That's the good life. And man, if you could just save enough money for that, or you could just use your credit card enough for that, blah, blah, blah. Or the purchase of some special piece of equipment, something that you could really use and enjoy. Man, if I could just get that, and an advertisement comes across your path and you see it. Or it could be a car or a truck, and man, you see that and you think, oh man, I need that car, I need that truck. Or it could be about removing the proof of age from your face. You see these advertisements all the time, particularly around your eyes and under your eye and under your chin and on your neck and maybe your mouth. You got to put some Botox and make your lips bigger. Come on. And fantastic if you get to go to the exotic place. I don't want you to be deprived of it. If that's what God wants and you can do it and you can enjoy it, go ahead and do it. Seriously. God bless you. And go ahead and buy the new car, the new truck, the one you've always wanted, and that special tool that you've always wanted, enjoy it. But please don't put it on a trophy stand for others to look at and become jealous. Instead, use it to be a blessing for your family and others. I don't know if I'm going to say go ahead and get that lift around your eyes and under your eyes and, take care of your chin and get some Botox in your lips and, have some treatment on your neck. I don't know. But if you are going to enjoy life and that's what it's going to take for you, that's up to you. And I say, God bless you. God bless you, because you're supposed to enjoy life. You're supposed to enjoy it. But don't do it to show off to others. Don't do it to proclaim you're younger than you are. Don't do it because you want to say, hey, I approve that I am able to do this and stick it in somebody's face, so to speak. No. But whatever you do, enjoy it to use it as a blessing for your family and for others. Don't do it so others will be jealous of you. Don't tear down the great hours of weeks and months and maybe even years of labor which afforded you the opportunity to enjoy these other things. In other words, while you're enjoying all the aspects of life, perspective, all of it's a gift from God. All of it's a gift from God. And if you'll use it to God's glory, if you'll be a blessing for your family, if you'll be a blessing for others, I say, God bless. I say, God bless you richly. Because when God blesses you, He doesn't add sorrow to it. Hey, let's pray about this. Father, there's so many things to enjoy in life. America. Wow, Americans have been so blessed. I don't maybe understand all of it, except that through our history we've been a country that really loved God, or for a good share of us we pursued God. Maybe we're drifted away from that now. No doubt we have. But God, you told us to enjoy life. You told us through your word. I believe Ecclesiastes is your word, and so I intend to enjoy life. I pray the people that are watching these videos will say, hey, got a right perspective, got an internal perspective. I'm satisfied. God's been so good to me, and I'm just going to enjoy life. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. Hey, let's just do that. Let's enjoy life. Have a great day.